Hey, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being here. I am here with Mr. Terrence Hawkins, and we're going to talk to you guys, give you guys some tips, all kinds of stuff about the tax advantages of running a home-based business, the advantages of having a home-based business. And we're going to talk to you guys a bit about Royaltie Gem. So thank you guys so much for being here. First of all, I want to ask you guys if you're happy to be here, if you're happy to learn how to save a couple $100 on your home-based business and tax write-offs, because we have the man with us right here. If you're excited, make sure that you tell us who you are, where you're from. Let Terrence give you guys a shout out. Drop a 1, however you guys are doing. Sound. Can you guys not hear me? Let me know. Sound. Can you hear me, Terrence?
I can hear you. I can hear you just fine.
Sweet. Okay. We're going to wait for some of the comments to come up here.
See if my lighting is good in here.
Turn the light on, Brett.
I know, right?
So we are super stoked to be here. Thank you guys so much. I see a lot of people starting to hop on. Make sure you drop in the comments who you are, where you're from, if you're excited to be here. If you're excited to learn how you can save money just by having a home-based business, right? Can't hear me. Why can't you hear me? Let me see if you can hear me.
I can hear you good.
Okay. How about now? Can you guys hear me now? Okay. Thank you, Corey. I appreciate that. That was so nice. He's like, I see that light is on point now. Thanks for the tip there, buddy. All right, you guys, we're going to get started right here. First of all, I want to introduce you guys to Terrence Hawkins. Thank you so much for being here. I really, truly appreciate it. And I love your expertise and knowledge, not only in the tax world, but also in the home-based business arena. So first, I just want to give you a shout out and say thank you so much for taking the time out of your day and being here.
It's my pleasure. I'm so excited.
Nice. So I see, so we have our names up on the screen, right? Like I have Cheryl, Coco, and Terrence has Terrence A. Hawkins, EA. And one of the first questions I had ever asked you was, what does that EA mean? Can you kind of give us a description? What is the EA?
I hear that a lot. Everybody say, hey, Terrence, you got your name, you got these 2 letters behind it. What in the world is it? Where there are 3 types of feedback by chance?
I don't.
Okay, good. All right, great. Well, there are several different designations with the IRS.
Okay. Hey, Terrence, he said, yeah, there's an echo. Do you have any ear gear?
Yeah, I don't have an ear gear, but I think I'm talking through. You want me to talk through an earphone?
Yeah, ear gear,
Is that better?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can do that.
Right quick. Sweet.
Good technical difficulties, guys. You want to hear really quick here. Let me see.
Feedback, yes. Major echo.
All right. Thing into the side of this thing here.
Hold on. Where did he go?
I know, right? Hold on, I'm trying to find the side of this thing ready to plug it in. Uh-oh.
He done rolled off the chair.
I done rolled off everything right there, hadn't I?
You ever see that video of me falling off the chair? He's going to relive it live. Okay. So if you've seen that, get ready.
Okay, is that better?
Can you guys hear it better?
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't hear an echo. That's fine?
Yeah, I don't hear an echo either.
Sweet. All right, great. All right. What the EA actually stands for? Well, there are several different designations with the IRS, guys, that the IRS will allow you to practice. You know, you have a tax attorney, you have the CPA, which is most people understand what a CPA is, okay? Most people understand it, but never heard of an enrolled agent, okay? And what an enrolled agent is, guys, is an individual that really specializes in tax. There's a lot of different things like a CPA, you have the accounting, bookkeeping, you have the financial, you have the auditing. However, they may not specialize in taxes. So you may have CPAs, but they may not be doing it. So an enrolled agent is an individual that specializes in taxes and taxes only. So we have to take 3 tests with the IRS. Each test, I'm sure, takes you about 3.5 hours. to take each test, okay? And we have to take 3 of the tests that's strictly on tax. You have to pass those, and every year you have to take a certain amount of continuing education credits to stay above, what's going on with their 72 hours within 3 years as well, to stay on top of tax laws because they change all the time. But the big thing that an enrolled agent can actually do, somebody's getting an echo, I think. The big thing of what an enrolled agent can do is they can practice before the IRS for their clients in all states. And that's the key. So in all 50 states, we're able to practice. We're able to take a client, doesn't have to go to the IRS at all, and we're able to actually help them out.
Okay, I want to make sure that everybody can hear. I keep on plugging in my ear gear and taking it out. So you can hear me fine, right?
But they're getting an echo, I think. I can hear you fine, but I think they're getting an echo with me, I think.
Okay. Do you have anything going on with the computer behind you?
No, I got that off now. Well, I'm going to turn it off just to make sure.
Maybe I can write it on screen update. Anyone hear an echo now?
Take that down, make sure it's off of my phone. Everybody good?
I'm fine. I'm just waiting for them to see because there's kind of like a delay going on, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's make sure that I don't have an echo. Make sure it's clear.
Okay. Anyone?
Is there like a control thing on my thing here?
Bluetooth will make it echo.
No. Echo with Terrence. So Paul said that I have an echo.
Sounds better. No. Okay, no. Sounds better. Okay, we're going to go with sounds better. Okay, so
maybe I would slow down.
Right. Chill out, slow down. Okay, so basically, you have this right to practice tax in all 50 states. Is that fair enough to say?
That's fair enough to say, yes. And practice before the IRS, so I'm able to represent clients before the IRS.
Right,
in all
makes
states.
sense. In all states. So I know a passion of yours whenever we speak is keeping people in business, but keeping businesses in business. And tonight I know that we're going to get some great tips in how to keep you guys in business and how to actually save you guys some money in business. So if that interests you guys, if you guys want the tips from this guy, tax guy right here who studied, who had 3.5-hour tests, 3 of them, let me know. Drop a one for us, you guys, because I'm super stoked about that. I want to ask you, first of all, like how does one get started? Do you just wake up and say, hey, I want to be the tax guy, or how did that kind of happen?
Wow. The story is kind of cool. Okay. It's kind of cool. I actually started doing taxes when I was 15 years old. Okay. I'm 45 now. And a lot of people like, Terrence, how did you start doing taxes at the age of 15? Well, my father used to do taxes. And the cool thing about it, I had one of those fathers that was, you had to work for whatever you want. Okay, you had to work for it. And I clearly remember that I wanted to get some shoes, those Converses, Chucks. Okay,
yeah.
I wanted to get some Chucks. And back then there was $19.95. Okay, $19.95. So I wanted some shoes, and my father was like, instead of him giving me some money to go and get it, my first tax lesson was he gave me one of his clients' kids that used to work at one of the fast foods. He gave me a W-2. And he gave me a tax book. See, back then, we used to have to get the tax forms from the library, okay? We used to get them from the actual library and stuff, and no computer then. But he gave me the book and said, go in the back room and go ahead and actually do that tax return. I came back, Cheryl, and gave it to him. It was all wrong, of course. Okay, it was all wrong the first lesson, but that started many of my lessons in doing it. But he gave me $10, and when he gave me a 15-year-old kid with $10 back then, I was like, oh my God, yes, I'm rich. So I was like, you got another one of those things. So I kept going back and stuff and doing more. So that started me to actually doing taxes. So that's how it started.
So Paul wants to know if they were the All-Star Chucks. Because that's important.
Oh, yeah, it was, Paul. You know what you had, right? Clean, white. You used to clean it with a toothbrush.
That's an important detail, dude. Thanks for asking. I mean, The 1995 ones have to be the all-stars, but that's super cool that he like gave you your own money and you went out there and worked for it, even at such a young age. And that was super nice to hear. So you get started at 15. I guess maybe people just have like entrepreneurial blood in them. You know, it's like you figured out how to work for your own dollar. You're going and you're hitting up the W-2 form, right? And you're doing these taxes. Yeah. Even though you got it wrong, don't you have to fail forward? Don't you think? So you failed forward really great. Another, 20 years in business. So I wanted to ask you, how about taxes, network marketing, how does that kind of come into play? How do you become a marketer, but the tax guy at the same time? How did that happen?
Well, one of the lessons that Dad taught me way back then was the tax laws was kind of written for the business ownerships. That's what he actually taught me. And he showed me how the tax returns that I was doing was just a W-2 and just doing those. And then he had all of these papers over here and completing all of these others. But he was trying to actually tell me that one of the lessons was, son, he was like, if somebody wanted to save money on taxes, they need to have a business. And actually his tax business at that time, sure, was a home business because he was doing it out of the house. Okay. Nice. And growing up in a tax preparer's home as a little kid is no fun. Okay. Because back then we had one TV and the clients had that and I missed my Looney Tunes. But anyway, so he basically, told me then that everybody must have a home-based business. So going up to 96, when I decided to start my tax business, I actually started to save money to buy a franchise. I wanted to buy a McDonald's franchise is what I wanted.
Oh, nice.
So I started my tax business. Yeah. So I started my tax business and actually doing so, my wife and I, and we started doing it. But I always remember what my father said. Everybody must have a home-based business. So as I start studying, I started really looking at that direction to see exactly why and what was Dad talking about, and then finding out, yes, there are a lot of deductions that if you have a W-2 and only have a W-2, 10 to 13 legitimate, pretty good deductions, okay? Hopefully we keep some of those. Who knows that's what's going to happen in tax reform. But, we keep people updated with that. But at the time, I was like, wait a minute. Over here, there are hundreds of different tax deductions. If somebody had a simple home-based business, but the key, though, is, and when I started going around the country and doing seminars was, you must qualify for them. So I started to educate people on how they can get the tax deduction by utilizing a home-based business.
Right. So you basically think everybody should have a home-based business. Fair enough to say.
My bottom line is this. I tell people this all the time and I always prove it to be true. If you have a W-2 and do not have a home-based business, you are losing money, bottom line. And I'll prove it every single day.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. So you and I, we kind of, well, I wouldn't say stumbled upon, but we have a great opportunity right now that we are offering to people, and I'm kind of sitting here with the device right now, and I don't want to kind of steal the thunder of your announcement. So I want to ask you some questions about the company, but
okay.
Most of all, how excited are you about the opportunity that we have before us? And do you want to tell us a little bit about the company?
Oh, wow. I am really excited about this opportunity. The first thing I look for is, of course, does it qualify with a home-based business with IRS? That's the first thing I look for, okay? Anytime I'm looking at and evaluating an opportunity and stuff like that. And it does, of course. It does, how to do that certain things. But the next thing I look for, Cheryl, is honestly, is can the average person win? I mean, some people that have influence are always able to actually make it big in these industries and things of that nature. So I look at, can the average person win? The average person, can they be just as successful? And that's a combination of things, combination of the product, the marketing, and the compensation plan. Those are things I look at, and when I look at that product, I say, oh my God, okay, that's the first thing that got me was this product. This product was just crazy because the bottom line is I said, I can use that product myself in my normal business. So that tells me that you can get a lot of outside customers. If, America was built off of the small business owners. Actually, we know that. And one of the key things in small business owners is they must advertise to get a profit. One of the things that I like about it is the IRS look for certain things. We'll give you a little quick little tip. The IRS looks for certain things to basically say that a business is a legitimate business. One of those things is they look on the line of that Schedule C form to see if you're doing any advertising. Because the IRS says you must have the intent to generate a profit. So if you have an advertising cost, well, you're trying to make money, right? You're trying to make money. You're doing that, So when I look at this, I say, wait a minute, this is an advertising tool that I can even actually use myself in my current business. Okay, so that was the first thing. Had a great product. Go ahead.
I want to ask real quick, how many people advertise for their current home-based business? How many of you advertise? Us entrepreneurs don't understand the word W-2. We're going to have to explain that W-2. But how many of you guys advertise for your home-based business or spend money advertising your home-based business or small businesses even? How much money do they actually spend advertising? I mean, Terrence, you see a lot of people's taxes. I'm not asking you for anybody specific. I know you do a lot of large businesses and things like that, but do you find that people spend a good chunk of their income or a good chunk of their company's revenue or profits on advertising?
I don't see, well, it depends on the type of company. And that's the thing. The ones that are saying, I'm really trying to make money, yes, they advertise. And they advertise all the way. The ones that's going through the motions, not treating their business like a business, as I say, they call that advertising just a website. That's it. Hey, I got a website cost and I'm paying this every single month, $19.95 or whatever it is. And I'm doing my advertising and I'm out there. I'm like, come on. And then I ask them, okay, are you doing something else? The other one is, hey, I got these business cards. That's my advertising. Or I got drunk cards. That's my advertising. And that's all that they do. They look for paying for like $100 for the whole year just for doing that. And they want a return on investment. So I was like, oh, okay. So yes, that's kind of what I see normally.
Right. So there are a lot of people that spend money on advertising and their reach with a website or their reach with the drop card or the reach with certain things is limited. So tell us about the Royaltie Gem. Tell us about why this advertisement and the investment in it can actually bring a return for their home-based business, bring a return for them, maybe be a tax write-off as a sales aid for a business, stuff like that. Like all of that stuff, like what this tiny kind of device does. Yeah, okay. I'll ask you all one question.
The first thing with that device that I saw, the first thing, there's a lot of things. The first thing was it does have the average person to win because the average person can carry that on the key ring. Who can't do that? Yeah. Okay. And
you carry this?
So it does the work for them. So it's no more, I don't like to talk to people. I don't like this. Okay. So we killed that. So the average person can do it. And I like it. So that can prove to the IRS that you are doing what? Advertising everywhere you go. Right. Now, how it can save you on your home-based business, okay? How it can save you on home-based business is simple as this. I got to advertise, right, Cheryl? Guess what I'm going to advertise this year? I'm going to tell you what I'm going to be doing. Guess what I'm going to advertise this year?
Tell me.
I'm going to advertise this year probably at the beach. I think I'm going to go to the beach and I'm going to try to get some customers. Now, I'm going to try to get some customers at the beach. And so when I advertise there, I'm going to carry my little tool, hold it up. I'm going to carry my little beacon. And I'm going to actually carry that thing there to the beach. And I'm going to sit it down. And I'm going to try to get as many leads that I can at the beach. I may actually do that for 2 or 3 days. Okay. If I do that for actually 2 or 3 days, that 2 or 3 days, what was I doing? I was advertising the 2 or 3 days trying to get leads. So to stay over, I had to pay for my hotel. Okay. Had to pay for my hotel. Now my hotels are right off. Now my miles there and back is a write off. Now 50% of my meals are write off. 100% of my tips are now write off. Okay. All the things are now write off. Okay. So somebody may want to go to the mountains. Hey, go to the mountains to advertise. You don't go to the mountains to have fun. No, I don't know what it is. We go to the mountains to advertise. Okay. Sometimes, and there are different laws with cruises and stuff, but no, you're going to what? Advertise. You're going to the concert to do what? Advertise. You're going to the sporting events to do what? Advertise.
So
advertise.
So if I go to a football game with 50,000 people, how much does the stadium hold? I mean, if I'm sitting on the beach and the radius, if you've ever been to the Jersey Shore, we pack them in. We pack the people up on that beach. So if I'm sitting at the Jersey Shore, if I'm sitting in the football stadium and I'm advertising for my business, what if I wanted to go to France and advertise my business? I mean, this is a global business. Even if I'm just advertising for this, what if I wanted to go to Italy? What if I wanted to go anywhere? But if I kept this in my pocket, I'd still be advertising for my business, right? So what does that mean for my business?
That's correct. What that means is everywhere you go, normally you have to, the IRS say this, it has to be for a business purpose, okay?
Right?
Your business purpose is advertising. So when you go, you're going with specific to advertise. And the key is put it on your calendar. Put it on your calendar, advertise. If you do get a lead, if you do get a client, from it, jot it down. Because of this trip, I got this client. Because of this, I got that. That's another proof. The IRS looks for a lot of documentation. So we just must make sure that we document it. So guys, because a lot of times actually people go to different things and they don't document it. And then at the end of the year when they're doing their taxes, they want to, oh, no, I didn't. No. The IRS wants to make sure that you document. So when you're going, put it on your calendar. I put on my calendar that, hey, September the 7th, I am going to Myrtle Beach. And I'm going to Myrtle Beach for 3 days to do what? To advertise. And then when I'm at Myrtle Beach, I'm like, guess what? I got 100 leads that hit my Facebook page from advertising. I reached out to some of those leads that I got. I'm doing it. My whole thing is advertising now.
I seriously went like this during that speech to pick my jaw up off the floor. I know my girlfriend Laura Smith, she was at Bike Week, and while she was sitting there, she had 913 views of her Facebook page. So she could use the expenses she went there to literally, the whole point of the whole trip, like legit, was to advertise.
That's the key.
And she has given out business cards, talked to every single person, has a really hot lead right now, huge. I mean, I'm sure she had a blast. Myrtle Beach, we're going, right, Terrence? Because you said it. And we're both going to advertise. And
That's why you're going. That's why you're going. You're going to set up your device to advertise. And you're going to set up your device for X amount of days. And while you're there, yes, while you're there, you did your advertising, you go off, you take a dip in the pool, you go in, there and stuff, and then you come back and say, hey, I advertise. You're going out to talk to individuals. So that's what you want to do.
Make it big.
Yeah, I found your, what's that?
I found you, figure out how. Can you see that?
Okay, I found you, figure out how. Yes, I see that.
I want to make sure everybody can see that. See the Facebook notification symbol next to it?
Yep.
That's what my gem does. My gem says, I found you, figure out how.
Awesome.
So I'm advertising for my business.
And the key is you're advertising everywhere you go.
Everywhere.
Now, we're talking about your miles. If you have it with you and you're thinking everywhere I go, I'm trying to advertise because I have my beacon with me, you can legitimately probably write off about 75 to 80% of your miles. Now, the IRS, is giving us 53.5 cents per mile this year. That's a huge write-off, guys.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Huge write-off.
Do you guys see that? So when I put in something for Facebook, it looks like a Facebook notification. And I think that is absolutely super cool. So I want to ask you we talked about royalty. We talked about the gem. We're talking seriously. I'm going on many trips to advertise, Tracy said. I'm going on many trips to advertise too. I think it's a fantastic idea. And I thank you for sharing that tip with us and the write-offs that we can get. Imagine, how much money we can save.
Can I give you one more huge tax tip that I just love to give you?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, what other tax tip can you give us? Because we want to keep saving. Write these down, people. Somebody take notes. Somebody drop the info in the comments.
One of the huge tips that I want people to start using is hiring their children. Okay?
Oh.
I'm never stay home. I like that. That's funny. All right. Sorry, that was funny. One of the things actually that I like people to do is to hire their children, okay, to their business. Stop giving people an allowance or your child an allowance and give them a paycheck, a switch of a mindset, okay? And if your child is in between the age of 7 and 17, the child can work for the parents. If the child worked for the parents, number one, a couple of things happen. They're exempt from Social Security and Medicare taxes. So they don't have to pay Social Security and Medicare in between the age of 7 and 17, okay? They're working for the parents, no Social Security and Medicare, okay? That's the first thing. Then you can pay them up to $6,300 a year, and they are exempt from federal and state taxes. So no federal, no state, no Social Security, no Medicare. You can pay your child. That's $525 a month. Now, your child must do something, okay? Your
Uh-huh.
child must do something. You just can't say, I'm just going to pay them and don't do anything, okay? The
Right?
child must do something. So
Not
here's
a
what your
man
child,
W-2.
here's another reason why I love this company. We get 3 gems for the $29.
Oh, snap. You better hold on to your, if you are getting value, you better
We get
drop a one.
3
You are about to hit the hammer. Hit the hammer on us, Terrence.
we get 3 gems for $29. You can take a gem, give a gem to your spouse, and give a gem to your child. Your child is now advertising for you. Pay them for it. Pay them $525 a month to carry around your gem to advertise everywhere that they go so you can get leads. Now you got $525 going to your child. You're paying them $6,300 a year. They don't have to file taxes on that money. Guess what? You get $6,300 a write-off. Here's the cool part, Cheryl. Per child.
Excuse me?
Per child. Now,
How much? How much was it?
per
How
child,
much?
$6,300 in tax write-off per child.
Somebody write that in the comment.
Now, can I tell you?
$6,300.
What'd you say?
So I said somebody
6,300.
write that in the comment. 6,300. I have 3 children.
This
I have
year
one
is
over the age of
$6,300.
70 who's about to work.
Yeah, you get to write it off. They don't get to actually pay taxes on it. Okay? That's a total, and that's per child. Now, let me blow your mind a little bit because you have to have the intent to generate a profit, right? In affiliate
Yeah.
marketing. Don't we get rewarded for introducing other people that want to do the same thing? We get rewarded for that, correct?
Yeah.
Here's the thing I like about this. Don't you think that everybody would like to have, if they have a child in between the age of 7 and 17, would like to have a $6,300 tax write-off? They would love to have
I
that,
do.
right?
Yeah.
Most kids are in some type of sporting event, right? Cheerleading, basketball, soccer, AAU, all that, right? What's the age group of the kids that they're playing with?
7 to 17.
Don't you think their parents want to write off?
Yes, I do. A $6,300 one.
Beautiful. How about a gym when you go into your AAU game on that Saturday, you program
Yeah.
your gym to actually say how you can write off $6,300 with your child in between the ages of 7 and 17. Do you think you get some leads?
Yeah, I do. I click that button. Would you click that button?
I
You
click that
would
button.
you click that button? If your that came across your screen.
There's so
my
much.
child gets me
There's so much to do
$6,300
with this company.
Ooh.
There's so much to do with this company. It's huge.
Oh, that's something. No, we're not just making money. We're not just saving money. We're not just advertising for business, but we're getting some write-offs up in here. We're going to Myrtle Beach. Our kids are working for us. We're getting taxed. This knowledge is explosive. This man is seriously, I mean, remarkable. You guys, is he not? I'm sorry. I know Terrence would never, like, he's super humble, but come on. Is this guy remarkable or what? I know you wouldn't be like, no, Cheryl. Like, he's just doing my thing. He always just goes, I'm just Terrence doing my thing, being all humble. Right? So super cool. And how about kids that are 18 and older? I sign them up in the business.
Okay. Well, kids that are 18 and older, you can still hire them. However, they are not exempt from Social Security and Medicare. Okay.
Okay.
You can hire them because there are some other deductions. Remember, there's a lot of deductions. Some other deductions that you can do. You can have. A health reimbursement agreement is one of the key big agreements that's out there when you have your own health, your own thing, because you have a company, you can have your own type of healthcare plan, and that's it's one that's big, but it's cool, But think about this: currently, right now, you get a write-off of healthcare costs, correct?
Yeah.
But the healthcare costs, the first 10%. If you ever look at the Schedule A, your first 10%, you normally don't get the write-off.
Okay.
Don't believe me. I want everybody to look. If you have a 1040 tax return last year, I want you to look at line number 29 on the 1040.
I love him. I'm sorry.
On the line number 29 on the 1040, it says a self-employed health deduction. Self-employed health deduction. That a lot of people miss. What is that? That is, if you have a home-based business, you can write off your health deductions, your costs, and that is the first 10%. The first 10% is able to be write off. So you can get it. So you have a W-2. You can't get that first 10% if you don't have a business. But when you have a business, you can end up getting the first 10% of your health care as a write-off that comes directly off of your income, line number 29 on your 1040. is there. It's been there for years, but nobody's told us to use it. It's huge.
Huh? That is huge.
Oh,
That's
we're going to use it
absolutely
now, right?
So I want to ask you guys just a quick question. We ask people how many people that they know that have a small, a home-based business or any business for that matter, you know, that would like to advertise. Great. Fantastic. How many of you guys know someone who has a child between the ages of 7 and 17 and would like to write off some money? How many of you guys know anyone with a child from 7 to 17? If you don't, you know me. There's somebody out there that you know. We talk, I mean, there's somebody waiting for this opportunity. There's somebody waiting for that. And I think that that's just a huge benefit. A huge benefit. Not only, I mean, reaching thousands of people. Thousands, but also helping thousands of people save legitimate money. So we talk about saving legitimate money, helping people. We talk about parents with children from ages 7 to 17, and people want to know, you know, Terrence, you're an expert. You've done this. You've earned 7 figures in this industry. I mean, you're the tax expert that, I mean, multi-level marketing companies come to. Am I correct in saying so? They come to you for advice. They come to you. I mean, this guy is the man in the industry. He knows basically everyone in every company and tells them not only how to have a business, but to keep their business. Right. Terrence is in business to keep people in business, okay? So he knows his stuff. So Terrence, tell us, what makes Royaltie Gem a legitimate company? Okay.
Well, the IRS has 3 things. It has 3 things that you must qualify for to have a legitimate home-based business, okay? The first thing is you must have the intent to generate a profit. That's the first thing they look for. That means is, are you trying to make money? You can't just say, hey, I'm going, you know, to try to get all these tax write-offs. And it kills me when I look at different people talking stuff and they say, hey, get into this company for tax write-offs. No. Stop saying that. Get into the company to generate a profit. And because of that, you get write-offs. It's a little bit different. So they look at the intent to generate a profit. Number 2, they look at you must actively participate. What you guys are doing right now by trying to educate yourself in this business is actively participating. Put it on your calendar. Put on the calendar that you're going to have a Monday night call. You got a Thursday night call. You got this. You are actively participating. The IRS said you must actively participate on average of 3 to 5 hours on average a week. That doesn't mean that you have to do it every week. That means the average has to be 3 to 5 hours over the year a week. So that's actively participating. And then the 3, and guys, this is the most important one. You must have record keeping. Record keeping. And this is the one that people be like, oh, I don't want to do it. Yes. I don't care if whatever method you use, it can be a shoebox method. It doesn't matter. Okay. All right. Make sure that you keep your receipts, that you keep your data, because if you ever get audited, okay, they want to see those receipts and that data. If they don't, they can audit you not only, you know, that year, but they can go back years before and audit you as well. And you don't want that to happen. But sure, if you do those 3 things, you have a legitimate home-based business. So let's look at that. The intent to generate profit. We are advertising to try to make money. Actively participating. We're walking around with it. We own calls. We do all that. We're actively participating. And there's 3 guys. I got to leave it up to you. If you keep good records and record keeping, you got a legitimate home-based.
Yep, you do. That is some great information. Thank you so much. Josephine asks, do you need a registered business name for these write-offs?
Okay, not for these write-offs, no, because we bought into an organization. Well, this one is free. I love it. Okay, the affiliate plan is free. All right. So no, because we take under the royalty, and we're going to get a 1099 if we make $600 or more. Okay, we get actually 1099. So as long as because that agreement that you signed, you know, that I agree. Okay, on the affiliate actually program. That we go underneath of royalties. Royalties able to practice, you know, in the USA, you fine.
Okay, so you know, affiliate. We talk about the affiliate program. What makes affiliate programs so special? I mean, there's other things and places that are, you know, may have. I don't really want to get into it, but why did you choose the affiliate program side of this? If I can ask. I think
because I've done the other things, the marketing, the downline, and this and that and stuff like that. And honestly, it's for each his own. Some people like others, some people like this. I like all of them. I teach all of them. I educate all of them, as long as you're doing it for legitimate home-based business. But for me, okay, I wanted something that would keep me focused on what I was doing as well, okay, which is my tax business. You know, I'm growing my tax business. I'm doing some things. We got big plans for doing that. I'm doing seminars and all of that kind of stuff like that. So I didn't want anything to sometimes kind of lose my focus, if you will. Okay.
Right on.
Lose my focus and stuff. And if I had another program that's out there, you know, I don't want anything to lose my focus. So with the affiliate program, I don't really have to lose my focus with a whole nother huge downline all the way down and a lot of the meetings and the rah and this and that. No, I can find a legitimate product, okay, and market it, you know, and yes, I get 2 levels, but when I look at the commission up to 2 levels, I'm like, shoot, that's fine. This is good. This is really good. It's a great program. I'm like, hey, you know, oh my God. Yeah. Awesome is awesome. Hey, I just rather do this. And so for me, for the timing is easier, is less headaches, okay, to me, and is more direct, you know, and I just like the fact that this point and use it, and we get compensated for it on a residual basis as well. I love affiliate programs. Love them.
Me too. I do as well. So who do you think can use the Royaltie Gem? If you had to choose a target market, which it's kind of a trick question. You already know the answer to.
Okay. I always like to answer stuff like that with, well, here's what I'm doing. Okay.
Yep.
One of the things that got me excited about this company as far as who can use it, and I say me, I specialize in doing taxes for people with home-based businesses and small businesses, 1099s and up in all of them. And I do taxes for people in a lot of different companies. I mean, a lot of different companies all across, okay? And I know all of them. So when I looked at that and I said, wait a minute, every last one of them need this advertising tool. From the one that just started, that is, you know, 18 years old and 19-year-olds, for the one that's been there 10 years, 20 years and plus, to the one that has a lawyer's office, okay, I've heard, to the ones that have a cake factory in your home. It doesn't matter. They can all utilize this, which gave me to a thing of, my God, our pool of opportunity is just so huge. I can talk to everybody that has a home-based business and stuff like that. So, and whoever is eager to go out there to earn additional income. But I'm having a lot of the marketers actually I'm talking to, they're just loving it. And the thing that I like about this, I got to say this, the thing that I really like about this is because it is an affiliate program, it does not take them away from what they're currently doing.
Agreed.
They can keep doing what they're doing. Their same method, their same building, their same explosion. It doesn't matter. We are there to help them, like a sales aid, like another website, like a splash. We're helping them to get more leads. They talk about more leads. They try to actually buy leads. How much leads that you can get for $29, you know, a month? It's absolutely huge. For any runners like that, that's what I really like, because again, I deal with a lot of them, and to tell them, no, keep doing what you're doing. Utilize this to help that business out. And I think, and they don't have to worry about it because we're an affiliate program. We're not another program that's doing what they're doing, you know, that can be a competition to them. No, we're affiliate. We're helping you out. I just love to help people, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, one of the things that I come across in being in network marketing and coaching people and things like that is people so many times, they go around and they tell people all the time, come on, get out of your comfort zone. Come on, you could do this. Come on, you could do that. And as a coach, we always try and get people to understand, to get people some sort of result. You ever notice that people that get a result get more courage, and the more courageous that they are, the less fear that they have, and the less fear that they have, the more that they do, and then the more that they do, the more results they have. It's kind of like a trickle down theory method, right? It's like, if I can get them a result in something, right, then I can get them outside. Well, I meet a lot of shy networkers, or I meet a lot of people who say, I've run out of my warm market. I don't know how to generate more leads. I don't know what I'm supposed to do in this situation. And if I can gather leads for people, leads are the lifeblood of somebody's business, especially some of those marketers. Tell me how you feel. I don't care. I'm going to go on a minute for a second and say, you know what? People don't always understand. People don't always say that they like the way that you advertise. Some people will tell you that they like this way or that they like this way or that they're better at this way. Not everybody is great on camera. Not everybody is great on social media. Not everybody is great face to face. But when you can stick a tool in your pocket, gather leads, and encourage somebody to contact those leads, tell me, show me the encouraged faces and watch people come out of their box. There's only so much you can do to motivate somebody to come out of their box, but you get somebody a result and you will see movement. It is a guarantee. I see it all the time. I do it all the time. You try as someone who coaches people in network marketing, as someone who helps people in marketing, all you need to do is get some kind of tiny result to get that person outside of the fear zone. Here, you have the ability right now to get that person outside of the fear zone much faster. You have results. You no longer have the excuse of a warm market or I can't find any more people to talk to. Please, just unless you're keeping this thing in a metal box in your basement, you're going to generate a lead somewhere. You're going to generate eyeballs somewhere, and you're going to encourage people. And it doesn't matter if somebody agrees or disagrees with the way that you advertise or the way that you market. Maybe they choose to market differently than you do. But I say go and encourage somebody once in a while. And it doesn't matter if you can do it some way, some social media way better. What you need to do is encourage people and stop bashing people for what they choose to do and get them a result and watch. I have seen people go from a tiny result to nothing on one of them who decided to do, oh my gosh, if I do one video, you know, my first video, it took me about 45 takes and I thought I was going to throw up. And then now look what the result of getting one tiny bit of courage happened. So I'm all about encouraging people and what they choose to do. Choose to give some people some courage right now. And don't go bashing anybody for the way that they choose to market. Terrence comes up with some great ideas, some great things that you can put on this gem. You guys, if you have questions for Terrence, this guy is an expert. 7 figures in this field. He has run his own tax business for 21 years right now, Terrence?
That's correct.
Over 20 years. Has done taxes and consulting for multi-level marketing businesses, home-based businesses. You guys have them sitting here at your fingertips. If you have a question, we'll take the last few minutes and you guys have the ability to ask this man a question. He's the expert. Confidence. I mean, how many people live on video will take your question and answer it? He will. He will. Yeah. I mean, the man knows that something's on line 29 of some paper somewhere. I'm sorry. It's like he going Rayman on us. He's on form number 1029 on line 29. You can write that 10% off. And somebody better have written that down for me because you better believe that I'm going to find in number 29. You guys share this video out. You want open the minds of people, right? Show them. It's a legitimate thing. We can help people save money. We can help people advertise for their business. We can help the shy marketer, the new marketer, the I've run out of my war market marketer, the I've been to jail marketer who I have nothing left, but I'm trying to get back on my feet marketer, the marketer that's better, that's the introvert, the marketer that's stuck behind their computer, the marketer that like to go to a football game. When is a good time to do an LLC or trust for an MLM business? Trisha Stahl, will you hold one of my gems turns for a week? All right. I'm going to show Tracy's comment. It says, what's the max we can pay our children?
Okay. The max that we can pay our children without them having to pay taxes is the key. Okay. We can pay them as much as we want. Okay. But without them having to pay taxes, we can pay them $6,300 a year, this current year, because that's had everything to do with the exemptions. Okay. That's going on. So, and that changed every year. So there's $6,300 per year.
Very good.
Per child. Excuse me, per child right now.
Per child. Yeah. From 7 to 17. Correct?
That's correct. In the ages of 7 to 17. Correct.
Right on. When is a good time? I'm putting that up on the screen. Trisha Stahl, she says, when is a good time to do an LLC and or trust for an MLM business? Good question,
okay,
Trisha. Okay,
great. The LLC, I always like LLCs right away. Why? Because an LLC and S corp and just sole proprietorship, the only difference tax-wise, because they want to say okay, but the difference is insurance. is you're separating your liability immediately. It's the cheapest insurance that you can get is going ahead and forming the LLC, because the LLC, one person defaults to a Schedule C tax return, just like you have to do on a sole proprietorship. A LLC, two people is a partnership with a 1065, or you can have, then the key is when should you turn your LLC into and have it taxed as an S corporation? That's the question. When should you take your LLC and have it taxed as a corporation? And you start doing it once you start making a lot of profit. Once you start making a lot of profit and all of those exemptions is added up, starting to make money, the profit you pay 15.3%, which is self-employed tax on that profit. So you're going to try to start getting that away. So we tell our clients, hey, 30% needs to be on payroll. The rest of it goes on your K1. So you're going to be saving 15.3% on at least 70% of your money once you start making a profit. So the key is LLC now. Then once you start making a lot of profit, start talking about it as corporation at that time.
Very good. Thank you. I'm do the LLC as well. Very good question, Trisha. I appreciate that. This is from Lisa Caggiano. Yo, Caggiano, is the 10% health deduction available to those still working and pay a portion of their health care?
Haha, I love that, because guess what? A portion of the health care that you're paying counts towards that 10%. Okay? It's 100% of whatever you pay. So let's say you're paying $320 a month for health care. You count that. Let's say you're paying 20% deductible. You count that. And, you know, so you're counting everything that you have in healthcare that normally is not tax deductible on the first 10%, but you get that and a whole lot more.
I like it. Thank you. Tracy CT says, I have a special needs child not getting Social Security. Should I worry about that?
Said, I have a special needs child not getting Social Security. No, you shouldn't. No. As long as they can actually work for you and carry around the beacon, you straight.
Very good. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Lisa Caggiano says, mileage can be written off the moment you step out of your home, correct?
Mileage, yes, mileage can be written off the moment you step out of your home. Why? Because especially with this business, because you're stepping out of your home to do what? Advertise.
Advertise.
You're
stepping out.
Now, there's certain things of what you have to do, Lisa. And so we can have like a detailed call about, mileage and stuff like that. Because there's certain things that you have to keep up with mileage. Because every destination needs to be a business purposes. So you have to really decide how it's going to be a legitimate business purpose when you're going somewhere, okay? So that's a more detailed conversation that I can almost talk about the whole time, because once a part of the thing, guys, is with the tax, with the mileage, that's one of the things that a lot of people get in trouble with, okay? So I'd rather say that for another detailed conversation to make sure that everybody is doing what they need to do for mileage, okay? Yeah, I can go into that for a long time.
So I kind of put up on the screen, not to put you on the spot, but I love hearing from you. I did. I totally did. I totally did. I mean, Terrence has knowledge that's just incredible. And I think that would be beneficial from all of us that people pay a lot of money for.
You have no idea.
All right. So maybe we can have a once a week. Would you be down to once a week with us? And, maybe something that we could regularly schedule and hang out.
Would y'all share it with other people and get other people to come?
Okay, a fair enough question. So if you guys would like a once a week with Terrence and me, right here, where he's going to give you guys some tax advice and advice on a home-based business and how you can save money. I mean, this guy saves hundreds of dollars every single month for people in the MLM arena. Would you guys be willing to share it? I'm going to write that on screen. Would you share this with your friends? Share this advice. It's not... we're in this business to help other people. Did you hear Terrence when he said that his passion was helping people, right? And he helps people see.
I love it, Lisa.
Would you share this advice with other people? I want to know, you guys, this is something that a lot of us, we know, all of us on here basically are small business owners ourselves, or we know people that own a small home-based business, or we're encouraging someone to have a small or a home-based business. And these people can benefit from it. So I want to see if you guys absolutely share this? I think it's fantastic. Kathy, it doesn't matter Kathy, how are you? Nice to see you, Kathy. It doesn't matter if you have an iPhone. We can discuss that later, but it's nice to see you. I think by week would be better.
I have about one more minute. I got to go get my son.
Right on. He has one more minute.
Yeah.
Our calendar as part. Can these call? I need to show this. Maybe we could do it bi-weekly. Tamika, I love you, girl. She goes, and these calls need to be added to our calendar as participation in our business, right?
That's right. That's right. Write it on your calendar. That's part of doing your business. You're actually participating. This is one of your 3 hours a week. Exactly.
I love it. Girl, you know we had a great conversation the other day, me and her. I actually missed my stop like 4 times and went in a square because we were cracking up. I love you, girl. All right, you guys, get back to the person who shared this video with you. Get back to Terrence. This guy is absolutely incredible and a wonder to have in your business or to join in business. And we absolutely positively appreciate you, Terrence Hawkins. It's an honor and a blessing to know you. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you.
All right.
Thank you.
Love it.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.